Hello. Yes, good morning everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 27th of January. So today's chart, we're going to start with the chart on the screen. This is Usd Jpy. This chart, we are basically looking for a sell. As you can see, hello, the price is below a very significant level. We have price rallying below a very significant resistance trend line. So while we continue to see sustenance below that level, that is below the upper trend line, that remains to be a good place to look for a sell from. So technically, we just want price to try coming back to that level nicely. Then if it bounces off from that point, then that will be a good place to look for a sell from. Usd Jpy. This chart, we are basically, does it make sense whatever I'm saying? That if the price can pull back nicely up to the trend line at the top, then that will give us the ideal place to look for a sell from. So we are not going to shift anything as it is now. We want to leave our chart as it is so that we pick a sell position when the price comes towards that point. The next chart I want us to look at is GBP USD. So this is upwards. GBP looks like we are upwards. If you check the trend line which you have at the top, I mean the two trend lines, we are like within a rising converging wedge formation, which means while the price is not able to break and close above any of the levels, that if the price does not break above the upper trend line, or if the price does not break below the lower trend line, then those are going to be the correct places to look for trades from. So as it is now, we are still expecting a continuation to the upper side. We expect price to continue much higher. If it breaks and closes above the upper trend line, then that's going to be a good place to look for a buy from. But if the price bounces off from the same trend line, then that will give us a correct place to look for sell from. Is that okay? All right. So we look at our next chart, Usd Jpy. So Usd Jpy, we had like a very good channel formation. We had a very good converging wedge formation yesterday. The price was being held within a converging wedge formation, and then it broke below it later during the day, and then earlier today the price again broke above the upper trend line. So looks like we've broken out of this shape. There's another shape which is currently forming. So if you put it like this, and then we leave the other one like this, you can see that it's like we had a wider converging wedge formation. The price went above it. As we are speaking now, the price is still above the upper trend line. So we do expect a continuation up to this point, where the price may continue even higher up to the next point, which is this on 103.935. So expect price to continue up. Expect price to continue up to this point, where if it breaks above, we want a pullback before we can continue to the upper side up to 103.935. Whatever I'm saying, does it make sense? Yes. So if the price can bounce off, I mean can continue up now that the price above the upper trend line, then that would mean somehow we are expecting a move even higher up to the following levels: 103.817 and 103.935. The next chart I want us to look at is Brent oil. So Brent oil also, yesterday we were expecting a breakout above this line. We had this, and then we have another line here. So you can see what has happened. The price has basically broken above the upper trend line. So we do expect a move up to this point, the first target, and then the next target is this one. Those are the only places where the price needs to get to. So if you're on this chart right now as we are speaking, expect price to continue up. Expect price to continue up to around 56.540 or 57.342. And in case the price breaks above the upper line, which is 57.342, then that will be an ideal place to continue looking for a buy from. The next chart I want us to look at is SP500. So this chart, I don't recommend a sell whatsoever. I'm still looking for buy positions. Technically, I want to see a break beyond this level. I want to see price break beyond 3867.4 so that we can continue to the upper side. If the price can do that, that's if the price can break above 3867.4, then that will give us an ideal place to continue looking for a trade from. Does that make sense? Okay. So we move forward to our last symbol, which is gold. Gold looks like we are bearish. Gold has been consolidating for some time. So if we check a lesser time frame, you can see that during this day, this was when this was 25th of January, this was Monday, there was no significant move. Gold basically closed just around the same place where it opened. Then the previous day it did the same thing but closed slightly lower. Today we expect gold to close even lower. So if you're on this chart now, expect price to continue up downwards. Now that we're within some range, expect price to continue down up to this point. So expect a continuation much lower. As long as the price is held within this range here, look for a sell position at least up to 1842.76. Does that make sense? Okay. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's session. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. So thank you. See you. As long as the price is held within this range here, look for a sell position at least up to 1842.76. Does that make sense?